Hey family, it's Mr. Frederick. Right back at you with the good word. Have a good one today for you guys. This is very, very good, very good. All right, guys. This is going to be called Beware. Beware of the Pretender Blender. Ha ha. All right. Now, we get right into it, guys. When you are dealing with people in this world, everything is not always what it seems, okay? So, this is very important to know. That's the first thing. Understand, everything is not always what it seems. So, something seems like this up front, it might be a whole lot in the back. You know how you have those big row houses in like New York City, the big cities, you might have those big row houses in Baltimore. In the front, even DC, you know, in the front, Philly has them. It looks very small, like a small townhouse, but it goes way in the back. Okay, it goes way up high. It's a whole lot more dimensions than what it seems initially, just viewing it from the front. Now that's people. That's how people. This is a perfect example of people. You see that on the front, but you don't know how much, what's inside. And the Pretender Blender is a perfect example. So this is why, family, you have to keep your heart pure. Keep your heart your intentions right. That's what keeps your heart right, okay? Because that's your protection from the enemy. See, the enemy gets an opening. All he needs is a crack. And he gets his crack from your intentions. So when you're intending to use somebody, you're intending to get something for nothing, whatever type of thing, game you're running. This is an opening for the enemy to get you. Bam, got him. Now he creeps in. And all that stuff in the back, you're going to find out what it is. How they say? F around, find out. Pretty much. That's what gives it the opening. It's your intentions. So basically, do the right thing. So, one thing you got to understand is when you run into the Pretender Blender, these individuals that, and it could be situations, but individuals create situations as well. But that pretty much mirror you. You meet them, they mirror you, they study you, they imitate you, your language, your gestures, your beliefs, your interests, everything you can imagine. They're sitting back and they're just taking notes. Oh, okay, you like spaghetti sauce with the oregano in it. Okay, you don't like the sugar. You don't want no sugar. You want some garlic in yours. Okay, got you. Taking notes. Okay, but keep in mind, it's all phony. We'll get into that later. Okay, they have no purpose other than to delay, destroy, unalive, steal your light. So understand, family, if you have a light, if you have a purpose, and we all have a purpose, but some are a little different than others. Some is to spread the good word. Some is those individuals have a huge bullseye on their back because they're working directly against the enemy, okay? So this is when you really got to do right, okay? Because you get punished double, triple, quadruple when you go wrong. So, but everybody's going to get the same Pretender Blender when their intentions aren't right and they go into a situation, and even sometimes if their intentions are right. But see, then you got God that'll get you out of there. It's thundering, guys, so that was God saying, yeah, I got your back. So what you got to understand is when you go into these situations, they have no intention other than to destroy you. You don't know it. They might be led by a spirit that they don't even understand, and they think, oh, they're getting this out of it. Because that's the way the enemy works. It works, intertwines with your mind. Intertwines with your mind and your soul and your body and takes control of all of those things. So sometimes you got all these demons in you. You don't even know you're being used. So some of these people just being puppets. So they find out what your vulnerabilities are and try to use them against you. Oh, you got a bad family, bad childhood, bad abusive, neglecting, all of this stuff. Oh, okay. They like to target people like that because they can paint themselves as refuge, a place to lay your head at, when it's the complete opposite. You laying your head on a bed of thorns. But that's what they do. See, because you have a strong foundation, you know what love is, You have a home to go to, which is going to give you love. You can see the contrast between them and what you come from. But see, when you come from a family of bad people, very negative, low vibrational, abusive, just insane, like mentally out of here people, which a lot of us do, dysfunctional, toxic, yeah, they might give little pellets of love here and there that appears to be love, but overall, no, that's not what you're leaving that household with. And you have to understand, matter of fact, you want to get out of that household as fast as possible. And that's usually what lands you in the hands of these enemies, is you want to get away from where you come from. And that's not natural, family. That should be where you go to get your support. That's where a person that has a healthy foundation, you go back to that, to lay your head and, oh, I got beat up out in the world, laying my head out here. Just like a husband or wife, they go home to recharge, get that pep talk. You know, I mean, think of like the Cosby Show or something like that. That's what Theo was going back to get his, when he got his heart broken by this girl, or Vanessa, or all of that. Denise, that's Rudy. That was their home, okay? Now, when you don't have that, it's the complete opposite. You're running away to the world. So you're inside out, you're backwards. And the world's going to give you those hard lessons. So don't beat yourself up, family. You bumped your head because of where you came from. No doubt. Don't let them try to lie and all this stuff. And that's what they'll try to do, because that's what they do. They're not good people. So they can't hold accountability and tell the truth and say, hey, now that's not what you're going to get from them. Don't expect it. Give up on that. You work on yourself and move forward. But when you get in this world, they're going to give you the pretender blender. You're perfect specimen for the pretender blender, because you don't have a healthy foundation. Okay? So they find out those things, use them against you. And then, basically, when you see this, you are in you're in a quandary here, because right now you have a bad compass of how to pick people, family, friends, everything. You have a bad, and enemies getting inside all these individuals, and the more individuals you have going against you, the greater your calling is. So if you have a lot of individuals, like, man, this is my friends, this is my family, this is what it is that's your training ground. I'm telling you straight how it is, family. When you have a multitude of entities in different areas of your life that go up against you on the job, this is where the chosen comes in. This is where the light bearers come in. This is where the individuals that have that light, everywhere they go, they got somebody trying to scheme, set them up, lie on them, just hate them for no reason. The people don't even know sometimes. But what the enemy is doing is jumping inside these low vibrational people that don't have the Lord in them. That makes it very easy for them to be used as puppets against you, because you are the light bearer. You are the light bearer. You are carrying a light, and you might not even really know it. You might not come from really, spiritual people, holy people. You might come from people that fake like they were, but they was really doing witchcraft in the background. You might come from all these type of people, karmics. You don't know, because they're liars. They're not going to tell you what they are. These are people, the enemy, the devil hides in the dark. So you're not even going to know where you come from, because these are liars. You won't even know if your grandparents were married or cheating. You won't know nothing. These people live in lies. Their whole existence is lies. So when you live in lies, you cannot realize the truth, because you live in lies, and you're going to raise your kids in lies. So this is generational curses, family. Check out my videos on that too. But it comes from starting lies and living in lies. So now the kids don't even know that lying is bad. Hey, mommy lie about everything. Hey, this is how you move. And it's generationally, now their kids are going to be liars. And no, this is openings for the devil. Okay, so you want to be honest with yourself and be honest with people around you. But you're not going to find that in the pretender blender. You're going to find a lot of people deceiving you. Okay, and like I said, it's not all bad, because in the end, if you see that and you're able to endure, like Matthew 10:22. He that seeks, the Lord, you endure to the end, you get the kingdom. You seek the kingdom. All men will hate you, but you're going to be okay. God got you. This is what he promises, okay? So understand that he's putting you through a training ground. That's why you're born into these families, family. If you fit the description of a light bearer, you get a lot of betrayers, a lot of haters, a lot of negative energy. You don't know where it's coming from. You didn't do nothing. These people, they don't know you from a can of paint, but they just know they don't like you. Now, it's not always going to be. You're also going to get people that have the Lord in them, that see that light in you, that love you. For no reason, they just love you. They're like, hey, what do you need me to do? They're like angels on earth for you, to help you. You're going to have both. But it's the world, so you're going to have way more hate. But see, this is where you being direct connection with the source helps you, because it guides you, tell you where to go. All you got to do is keep your endurance and keep your faith. So all the plots and plans, these devil worshippers and all these individuals doing voodoo, all these people is doing evil, it ain't going to work. In the end, it's not going to work. You'll see, no matter what kind of thing, you're going to know their schemes, you're going to see them, they're going to try to spy on you. You always see them. They can't hide from you. You see, that's the thing. You have a greater ally than they do. So also, you got to understand that your spiritual team is always looking out for you. They're always looking out to help you, to assist you, and they'll destroy them, honestly, for you on your behalf. So that's really what's going to happen if they pursue you. Now, if you look back and you are a light bearer, the pretender blenders, like, yeah, some of them, you know, they might be around, but if you really look into their lives, they're miserable. They have mates that are hateful and abusive towards them. They have bad jobs they hate. They have just this special little way that the Most High reminds them that they did something very wrong. They crossed the wrong person. And they'll know if they really believe in the word, if they really have any sort of tune to the Lord, they'll know I crossed somebody. And some will repent, and some will may go back to the person and apologize. But a lot of these people are prideful, family, so they're not going to do that. And that's just why they got, you know, put into, because now they're in a pretender blender. But it's really not a pretender blender for them. What they did is they kind of did a return to sender. They had a setup for somebody, or they overreacted. They just stepped on the wrong person, and they got what they got. So whether you want them to get it or not, that's going to be the result. They're not going to live out peacefully, going unrepentant, hurting, you know, certain types of people. God's anointed. You just can't get away with that. It's written. So the pretender blender, the protection for you in those scenarios is for you to walk right. You're not going to have all the answers, so throw that out the window. But you have to rely on the Lord. And that's how you avoid the pretender blender. Because all it is the devil. Because the devil works in disguise, works with the ego, works with, you know, all of the worldly value, all the things that give you validation in the world. Oh, you got a big, beautiful car, big boat, you got all these things. This is why the ego needs to be suppressed and the spirit needs to progress. And that's how it goes. The ego suppress, let the spirit progress. Because when you start looking at people through that Holy Spirit, a lot of people don't even, why are you around me? Ugh. Okay, family? So remember, the pretender blender, it's always out there for you when your heart's not right. Always a setup there for you. You don't want that. Next time. Peace.